I accept that challenge.
Challenge accepted.
Bruh.
That wasn't
Challenge accepted. God!
Why are you running?
Oh, God!
I accept that challenge.
It's too late! It's too late! It's too late!
Hi everyone, so I'm going to be explaining the three decks. First of all, I want to say I couldn't get a lot of replays or good replays because most people quit, especially Blue Eyes players. Seriously? It's so ridiculous. Anyway, I know White Forest combo can be super long. That's one issue I have getting combos. So I'm going to show you the three decks I have made or I made for this purpose. I have one that I favor the most, or I actually think is better than most of the other ones, and I will show you it first, I think. Oh no, not opponent's deck. Let's check out my deck. So this is the one right here. You can see there's a mixture. You can see there is a mixture of super polymerization and 2 droplets, 2 super poly, 2 imperm. As I got into an issue with this because it just felt like I wasn't really drawing into more engine. For example, the Bystials are disruptions, and they don't really work that well for starting my combo compared to the Millennium cards. And the Super Poly is great and all for board breaking, but the problem is you need to discard a card in a deck that already discards a lot of cards from your hands and stuff. So I usually end up with almost little to nothing in my hand left after everything. So even if I do complete my combos, I might not be able to properly fusion summon Guardian Chimera, thanks to, you know, having to discard so much. That aside, I just feel like there's way too many spells in this deck, in this particular version of the deck, so I don't really enjoy it that much. I was able to use this and rank all the way to Diamond 1 and then dropped back to Diamond 3 before my channel got hacked, and it took me like 2 weeks and stuff for everything to get better. But yeah, so this one is good and all, but it's my least favorite. Now if you want to change something, my suggestion will be either you remove the droplets or the super poly. Remove the super poly will not only free 2 slots in your main deck right here, it will also free at least 3 slots in your extra deck as well. So you could put in other things like maybe Berserkers or something else, or maybe even Apollo USA and stuff. But if you don't want to remove super poly, then I would advise you either remove droplets or imperm, because there's just way too many cents from hand cards. That's just my opinion, but you can change whatever you want. Let me know your thoughts about these decks, by the way, in the comment sections. Now let's jump to the second deck. Now this is the second deck, and I think it's a lot better than the first one. Like I love this version a lot more. Okay, we do not have super poly, so we removed some of that board breakers, and I also removed infinite impermanence because I felt like it's clashing kind of away with Forbidden Droplet, and I just feel Droplet is kind of better than Imperm for this deck. You know, with Imperm and the toy box, there's not really much synergy, but with Droplet and toy boxes, you have a lot of synergies. By sending them to the graveyard, they come back and, you know, they can start your whole combo, especially if you go second, like you saw against the Dragoon opponent there. When I bricked at first, I was still able to use this to protect myself and still start my combo for next turn, thanks to Toy Soldier. But anyway, this is a lot better for me. You can work on the extra deck if you want. You can probably remove Ptolemy and Sprite Spring if you want for maybe SP Little Knight and something else, but I keep both of them here because of the Millennium combo. The Millennium combo is like another starter for this deck. If you open your Sangengine and any other monster, you have full combo as long as you don't get ashed in your Sangengine and stuff. That's full combo for your White Forest, because you can just do the normal combo that I suggested earlier. I have a video about that in the channel. And also you'll notice I'm still using just one Fiendsmith Engraver. I'm also not using Fabled Lorry or the Fiendsmith spell card. I do not want any of those breaks in this deck. They, to me, are not one card combos. Also, I already have 3 normal summons in this deck minimum. This is also a normal summon, and I do not want more normal summons in this deck. Now, the issue with this particular version of the deck is it doesn't compare to the original White Forest Azamina deck I made. This is great, don't get me wrong. It's awesome for going second as well, because now you have Droplet, which can do amazing work, like you saw me dismantling the the Snake-Eyes deck. The issue with this deck is it takes a lot more time than the other one. Funny enough, White Forest already takes time. This takes a lot more time than White Forest because of the toy box engine. So the other one, I had the Azamina, I had the White Forest, and I had the Millennium engine, with a little of Fiendsmith. But in this one, we have all of that, and we have the toy box engine as well. Also, we have the Droplet for breaking boards. So there's a lot. And if you notice, I gave up some of the Azamina, or rather the 7 scenes spells or traps. I gave up most of them. I think especially this one that flips face down. I gave up this one just so I won't go into 42 cards. Still, we are in 41 cards because I found it a lot wiser to have 2 toy boxes than just one. And I can't really remove anything else here. If you haven't noticed, compared to most other people, we do not have a lot of hand traps in this deck, and most of the hand traps are either 1 or 2. I am not playing Ogre, I am not playing Droll, so that is a little disadvantageous, because if I get Droll, I cannot cross out Designator It. If I get Ogre, I cannot cross out Designator It. So I am missing out on 2 very important hand traps in a way, but this, I still enjoy playing this one a lot. Now, this was our original White Forest Azamina deck. It is amazing. Don't get me wrong, this is amazing, especially going first. But going second, it's super difficult. This one is super difficult. But if you do go first or do go second and you're able to establish your board, this particular deck can bring up about 8 disruptions easy. this can bring up 8 disruptions easy. The other one that I favor, the other one I mentioned, let me show you it so you know what I'm saying. This particular one can bring out about 6 to 7 disruptions, maybe 8 sometimes, because we know we're giving up on some of these. But if we do bring out Apollo, yes, we can definitely just straight up jump to 8 disruptions, but I don't really bring her out that much, not because I can't, but because I don't really want to. So it's kind of like giving myself a handicap and giving my opponent a chance to play the game, even though I am making crazy negates and stuff. But I'm giving them a chance and not just cheating out a 3-monster negate straight up there. I can't do it. You can do it with that deck. It's insanely easy. But this is the old one. As you can see, I've not used it this season at all. We were able to use this to get to Master 1 last season. You can see there's no Lacrima, Prism Tears, just normal Fiendsmith and Graven. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts about the changes for these 2 decks. Do you think 41 is too much? Should we try and reduce it to 40? I do not think there's anything you can remove here that will not harm the strength of this deck. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry for the long rant. Take it easy. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, and if you have any suggestions and stuff, drop them in the comment section. If you have any requests for a deck to play, you can drop it there. I still have a lot of decks I've not made, as you can see from here. There's a lot of decks I don't have complete. Heck, Rescue Race isn't completed as well, so don't expect too much from that. Anyway, take it easy guys. Thank you so much and have a lovely time.